Calum, let's go for it.
Right guys, nice easy start for me. We're going to have a wee lie onto our backs and get ourselves set up for some knee rocks. Now usually I'll say at the start we might need a towel, we might need something slightly heavy, but don't worry today, you could get away with just pure body weight. Obviously if you have some resistance about it, I'll let you know when to use it. So to start guys, nice easy wee lie onto the back, elbows out, we're going to go for 6 knee rocks off each side. 6 knee rocks off each side. And as we do this, aim for these, both of the knees to come down to the ground without the shoulders and elbows coming off the ground here, okay? Halfway through, 3 more off each side. Last one. And relax it guys, you're just going to pick yourselves up nice and tall for me here. What I'm going to do is let my hips come back. I'm going to wander myself out into a plank position, squeeze your bum tight, and then walk myself back up tall, okay? 2 more for me, hips back, walk out, squeeze the bum, bring it all the way up, and again, hips back, walk yourself out to the plank, squeeze the bum, walk yourself back up tall. From here guys, we're going to go into a downward dog, into a pigeon stretch, so I'm going to show you this facing, then I'm going to switch halfway through. So here, I'm coming into the plank position. I want to push my bum up into the sky, and then I'm going to drive one knee forward and across and sit my hips back, okay? And then come back in to the downward dog, and I drive in with the opposite leg, up with the knee, across the body, and sink your hips back down, okay? Look for 3 off one side, 3 off the other, okay? Hips up, knee across and down. 1 more off each side. And relax that guys, once you've hit those 6, you're just going to pick yourselves up nice and tall. We're going to go for some squats to plank. So I'm going to bring my bum down nice and deep into the squat, grab onto the toes, and let the hips come up to the ceiling into a wee hamstring stretch. So bum's coming down, as low as you can go, hips come high. Let's try and get those hamstrings firing. Okay, that's 2 down, let's go for 4 more. Two more reps, guys. Again, if I go side on, as you come down, try and avoid the chest dropping down. You still want the chest to be high. Up tall with the stretch. Down. Up tall with the stretch. Right, next one, guys, we're sticking in that squat position. I'm going to squat myself down, hold onto a toe. Nice big rotation. We're looking for 3 off one side, 3 off the other here. And relax that. We're coming into the plank position here, guys. We are going to look for 3 Spider-Man lunges off each side. And every time we come into the Spider-Man lunge, we're going to drop an elbow down, rotate up to the sky. So I'm in the plank position here. I'm kicking a leg up. I'm dropping the elbow, rotating up to the ceiling and back. And then switch over sides, okay? Drop the elbow down. Nice big rotation up to the ceiling. And back down. Okay, so that's 1 off each side. We're going to go for 2 more off each side. Dropping the elbow nice and low. Nice big rotation up to the sky. Switch. Drop the elbow nice and low. Nice big rotation up to the sky. 1 more off each side. Drop the elbow. Rotate up to the sky. Drop the elbow. Rotate up to the sky. Right guys, that's us going through 1 round of all those. We're going to look for 1 more round before we get ourselves started. So again, find yourself onto your backs. Give me 6 wee knee rocks off each side, okay? Elbows out, 6 wee knee rocks off each side. If you really want to try and loosen it off, feel free to make that an iron cross instead. If you find your hips are feeling super tight, for most of us though, keeping it as knee rocks. Be good to just get that movement into our spine. 2 more off each side. Last one. And relax it, bring it up tall, guys. We're going to go back into our walkouts. Okay, back into our walkouts. So again, I'm going to stand up tall. My hips are going to come back, hips are coming back, hips are coming back. I'm going to walk myself out to a plank, squeeze the bum, and then walk myself back up tall. Okay, once again, hips back, walk yourself out to the plank, squeeze the bum, and then walk yourself back up tall. If you really want to make this tough, the last one, bring the feet right together, hips back, walk out, walk out, walk out. Keep the bum squeezed, walk yourself back up tall and relax. Okay? We're going to come back into that downward dog in the pigeon stretch. So I'm going to do this side on so you have an idea of how high my hips are trying to get and how high my chest will be at the bottom of the pigeon stretch. So here, into the plank, hips come up into the downward dog. I'm going to drive my knee up and across and sink my hips back. And then the aim is to try and get my chest right up tall here before you switch. Back into downward dog, knee across, got the grip, chest up tall. Downward dog, knee up and across, sink the hips down, chest up tall. One more off each side, guys. Beautiful. Relax it. Right, we're going to go into those squat to pikes again, guys. Squat to pikes. You're bringing yourself down into the squat, hold on to the toes, hips up to the sky, and back down. That's one rep. We're looking for 5 more here, guys. 5 more. Really try and push your knees back, extend those legs fully. 2 more to go. And last one. Now from here I'm coming down into those 3 rotations off each side. So hand onto the toes, keep your weight into the heels. I don't want you to come onto the toes at the bottom of the squat. Coming all the way up to the ceiling and down. All the way up to the ceiling and down. 2 more. Last one. And relax it. Right guys, we're going to go into our final set on those Spider-Man lunges. So again, I'm starting in a plank position for me. Let's move back a wee touch. I'm going to kick a leg up, drop that elbow and chest, rotate up to the ceiling and down. Switch. Drop the elbow down, rotate up to the ceiling and back down. One off one side, one off the other, drop an elbow, nice big rotation, all the way up to the ceiling, drop an elbow, nice big rotation, and relax that there, guys. Right, we are going to get ourselves started on our first 2 movements. Second movement, you basically will need body weight, everyone will just be working the same. The first movement, guys, we're going to do some pause squats. Now, they're very high rep pause squats, so we're looking for 20 reps. With some pause squats, that should get the quads on fire. However, if you have some resistance at home, feel free to fire it. Like if you've got a heavy bag, you've got like a kettlebell to hand, feel free to grab onto this, guys, and keep working as well. So nice and simple. Most of us here will all hit a pause squat, one variation. We're going to come down, pause, 2, and drive up. So it's a 2 count pause every time, guys. You can try and work in with myself if you want to go ahead. Just make sure we're not taking out that pause, guys. Okay? Right, once you're ready, once you've got something close to hand, let's get ourselves set. 20 reps for me, guys. 2-second pause at the bottom. Ready? And down. Right back up. Make sure, guys, your posture's still in a good place at the bottom of each squat. Okay? That's 5 down so far. Looking good, guys. 10, halfway through. Six more to go. Should be getting a little bit fire at this point. 3 more reps. Keep that pause. Last one. And relax out there, guys. Shake out the legs. That should be getting a wee bit toasty there, especially if you're using a little bit of resistance at home. Right, our next one, guys, we're going to work is alternate toe touches. You might hear me commonly refer to these as starfish crunches. Of course, we're going to come out, legs outstretched, hands behind the head. Now, we can come up to the toe, we can come up to the knee. The aim is to get your shoulders and chest as far off the ground as you can, while once our body does a kind of rubbish hamstring stretch, okay? Now we're going for 30 of these, guys, 15 off each side, so this should really get the abs firing. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Making sure we're coming right up towards the toe. And as I say, coming up to the knee, as long as we're still getting the chest and shoulders off the ground, you're still getting plenty of work done with those abs. That's me about the halfway mark, guys. Ten more to go. And relax that there, guys. Get a wee touch of water on board. Keep going if you haven't hit your 30. We're going to let the heart rate drop down for 30 seconds. Then we're going to get ourselves back into our pause squats. One thing I do like about these starfish crunches is I see everyone's face. The minute we go into a crunch, everyone's body just disappears out the webcam, with the exception of Lorraine Sorrentino, who's got a Big Brother-esque webcam view of the whole room. Right, 10 seconds, guys, and we'll get ourselves back into those pause squats. Now, one thing, guys, I want to avoid with the pause squats, if I just demonstrate one of them, I don't want to come down and start bouncing for the 2 seconds. I want to come down and I want a full pause with no movement for those 2 seconds, okay? So make sure we're not bouncing in the bottom, we're keeping that proper pause in there. Right, guys, let's get ourselves set. 20 reps for me, please. Starting 3, 2, 1, let's go. Back up. That's us a quarter of the way so far. And avoid resting the arms on these legs as you come down, guys. We want these legs to be carrying our full body weight here. Halfway through. Just 5 more to go, guys. Two more to go. And relax it. Shake out those legs, guys. Finish off your reps. If you're still working up to 20, we'll take a wee touch of rest before we get ourselves back into those toe touches. Now, if you have been tuning a lot, or even if we just generally find our backs are getting a wee bit niggly on this amount of crunches, feel free to take out the toe touch and make it a kind of just half crunch instead. Usually that encourages the abs to be firing without the back getting too sore. For most of us, we'll still be able to hit those 30 toe touches, or at least the variation when we're coming up to the knees. Okay? Ready, let's get set, guys. Another set of 30. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hurry up. Again, we're going to be focusing on getting our shoulders and chest off the ground here. The knees are just as good. Encourage that little bit of rotation in with the abs. Branch going for 6 more. Let's make sure we're getting right up to 30, guys. And relax again, get that 30 in. If you're working at home, make sure we hit that 30. We're trying to get a lot of reps in here. Again, we'll get a wee touch of water. We're going to get ourselves into that final set of the squats, okay? So again, if you've got water to hand, grab a wee touch of it. Another 15 seconds, guys. We're going to go back into that final set for me on the pause squats. Final set in the pause squats, okay? Right, let's get ourselves ready. 20 reps for me, guys. Down and up. Again, I will side on so you can get an idea. The depth I'm looking for. This is a quarter of the way there. Halfway through, guys, keep it working. Don't lose that time at the bottom. Make sure it's still a nice clear pause. Four more to go. And final one, guys. And relax it, shake out the legs. Right, we're going to go into that final set for me on the alternate toe touches, okay? Final set. Now, if we need to stick in with those crunches to the knees, similarly, if we're just coming up, as long as we're encouraging that rotation, it doesn't always need to be the toe we're reaching for, okay? Right, let's get ourselves started, guys. 30 reps. 3, 2, 1. Let's bring ourselves in. Making sure we're getting far back, coming up, and focusing on getting that chest and shoulders as high as we can. Lovely work, guys. Should be feeling that one into the abs now. Make sure we reach up to that 30, guys. Once you've done that, relax it, let the heart rate drop down. We're moving on to our second form of work as well. Okay, our second form of work. Keep going though. Make sure we're getting those reps in. Again, 30 starfish crunches or alternate to toe touches should get the abs firing, guys. That should be pretty close to the end there, okay? 30, 40 seconds, guys, get a wee touch of water on board. I'm going to show us what we're moving on to next, which is a form of yoga push-up now. Yoga push-ups are a wee bit more advanced, so work to the push-up that is best for you. If you find that like a full push-up is going to be a right struggle, we can go onto a sofa to get a wee bit higher, or a countertop as well with your push-ups. So if we're a bit more advanced though, this is the level I want us to work with our push-ups today. Okay, it's called the yoga push-up. So we're coming into our downward dog position, and then move into the plank. I go for a push-up slowly, and then come in to that cobra stretch. Back in. So that would be one rep. Now make sure it's nice and controlled as we come down to the push-up, and avoid resting your chest on the ground. We want to go cobra push, go into the push-up and then straight in to that cobra stretch, okay? Now we've got 6 to 10 reps in here. I'm going to work 6 reps, but of course you at home, if you can move it up to 10, go for the 10 as well. So we're going to get ourselves kicked off, guys. Here, I'm in my plank position, into the downward dog. I come to my plank, I go slowly down, and then drive up with the chest and try and squeeze your triceps into the back of the arms. Okay, that's one rep for me. Down, push up slowly, and then straight into that cobra position. Slowly down, drive right up, and squeeze the back of the arms. I'm going to do 2 more here. And relax that there, guys. Good work. Should be quite challenging. Should get a little bit of the triceps, especially as we squeeze up at the top of every rep here. Okay. Now our second movement, guys, we're going to practice some jump lunges. Again, regular lunges is just as fine. If you really do struggle with some regular lunges, even grabbing something close to you for a bit of balance and going for some split squats is great too. But if we're a bit more advanced, we'll go for 8 jump lunges off each side. We are alternating here. So that would look like this. I start in the bottom of a lunge, I drive up, bring myself down. Drive up, bring myself down. Okay? That would be 2, and we're looking for 16 of those. Okay? Let's get ourselves set, and we'll get ourselves started. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So again, jump lunge, then spring up. Make sure your posture's in a good place. I'm not losing that posture at the bottom or top of any of the lunges. So take it right up to 16, guys. Try and get as much height onto those jump lunges as you can. Once you've hit those, shake out the legs, let the heart rates drop down. Again, get some water if it's close by. That should fairly shoot the heart rate up a little bit as well. So again, yoga push-ups, we'll bring ourselves in. What I want you to focus in on, guys, if I go slowly before we start, the downward dog, this part is a stretch. I'm coming to the plank, but I want to control down here, and before my chest touches the ground, I'm pushing right up, squeezing the bum, and also squeezing the back of the arms, okay? So I want to be pushing down as I come into that cobra position to get as much out of the triceps as I can. Ready, guys, let's go for another 6 to 10 reps here. Hands are on, hips come high, into the plank, down to the ground, and then press up to the ceiling. That's 1 rep for me. Spring right up tall, big squeeze the glutes. Two more to go. And relax that there. Again, if you're at home, can take up to 10, hit those 10 reps in. Shake off those arms, and we're going to get ourselves back into those jump lunges. Okay, back into those jump lunges again. Work to the variation that works best for you. I see Ali Hepburn's got our stepper at home, which I love. Again, we're working the same muscles. It's just what's working, what's most appropriate for you guys, okay? So again, back into those jump lunges. 8 off one side, 8 off the other. Try and get as much height as you can. If we are making it a reverse lunge, that's cool as well. So it could be just a regular reverse lunge too. The jump lunge is just a little bit too hard for you. Or even if you have neighbours underneath you that don't want to hear you jump lunging. Right, ready guys, let's get ourselves set. 3, 2, 1. We get as much height on the way up as you can. So push that front heel through the ground. And relax it, guys. Shake out those legs. Let the heart rate drop down. If you've got some water to hand, of course, grab it. And we're going to have one more set for me on those push-ups, one more set in the lunges. We're going to take 10, 15 more seconds before we get ourselves set up for those push-ups. Right guys, let's get ourselves set. Final set for me on those yoga push-ups. Hips to the sky, bring it into the plank. Bring yourself to the push-up and press up top. Halfway through for me. One more rep. And relax, guys. Take a wee breather. Carry on, get those 10 reps in if you can. And we'll get ourselves set for our final bit of work on those jump lunges. Right, guys. 5 seconds into that final set, the 16 jump lunges. Work whatever level's best for you, remember guys. And we'll get ourselves set. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we're starting a lunge, big explosion up. Spring right up to the sky. And relax out there. Right guys, get a wee touch of water once you've hit that. Let the heart rates drop down. I'm going to grab a wee bit of equipment that I'm going to use and get yourself set. So our next movement, guys, we're going to be working some kneels to stand. I've got these kind of softer pads. If you had a pillow at home, you can use that. Of course, for some of us, going onto the knees might be uncomfortable. So this is how I would demonstrate. I'll move it back or you touch. So you see more of it. I'm standing in front of my pads or a pillow. I go knee to the ground, stand up tall, stand up tall. 6 leading off one side, 6 leading off the other. I'm going to include a jump at the top of every rep here to make it a bit tougher on the quads as well. If you're at home and you don't want to go for a kneel to stand, we could go for a split squat. We could go for another bodyweight squat as well, okay? So if you were going maybe for kneels to stand at home, what I'd probably, and you didn't want to do the kneels to stand, I would get us to work some squat pulses for 15 to 20 reps, where we're coming up but not to the full extension of the legs. So for some of us at home, we might not like, our knees might not like the kneel to stand. Mine aren't massively a big fan, but I think that's just because of how long I have to go down. Right, ready guys, we're going to go for 6 up one, or 6 leading with one leg, 6 leading with the other. Every time, let's look for a wee jump at the top. Ready, 3, 2, 1, I'm coming down, down, stand, stand, little jump, straight back in, kneel, kneel, stand, stand, and dry. Big spring up, back down. So I've got one more on my right hand side, and then I'm switching to leading with my left hand side. Big spring up. And relax that there, guys. Shake out the legs, the quad should be feeling that quite a bit, especially after hitting those last 2 supersets with some more quad dominant exercises. Our next movement, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to go for some bear plank shoulder taps. Okay, some bear plank shoulder taps. Now, bear plank is best shown side on. You'll be knees just off the ground, hands in a more regular position. And I want to try and flex my abs. So if I tuck my top in so you get a better idea of this, I don't want my bum in the sky. As I'm here, I don't want my arse up like this. I want to have a bit of flexion. I'm almost tucking my hips underneath so my abs get a bit more work in there. So that's the bear plank position, and we're going to work for 12 shoulder taps, okay? If you're home, we're going to struggle with that movement, make it a plank shoulder tap, or even just hold the bear crawl position for the kind of time I'm working at that. Okay? Let's get ourselves set, guys. Bear crawl position. 3, 2, 1. Suck those hips under, squeeze. And we're looking for as much control with those shoulder taps as we can. Of course, you can just make this the regular plank shoulder taps as well. But if we can stay in that bear crawl position, that's a bit more of an advanced option. That'll get a lot of work done. Relax that there, guys. Once you hit your 24 reps, I'll untuck my top. We'll take a wee bit of rest before we jump back in to those kneel to stands. Now, if you find that your quads are running up with the bear crawls, they will naturally be doing that more so than a regular plank. But try and put as much weight onto the front hands as you can to try and stop these quads from just blowing up full of blood in that bear crawl position. Okay? Right, guys, 10 more seconds and we're going to get ourselves set back up to those kneels to stand. If you have a neighbour downstairs that you do not want to awaken, and you don't want to, so you want to avoid the jump, grab something semi-heavy, guys, a backpack, something around you, a vase, if you are so inclined, and that will help your your kneels to stand, okay? So I'm going to get myself back in. Again, we're looking for 6 off one side, 6 off the other. My feet are forward, I'm going to go knee down, stand, stand, jump, back in, okay? Let's go, guys, 12 reps. Big spring up. And up, big drive, and then I'm switching. Two more to go. And up, relax that. Shake off the legs. Ali Hepburn, I'm loving those box squat jumps. They're looking good. Right guys, let's get ourselves set back in. We can go plank, shoulder taps, we can go bear crawl, shoulder taps, we can go bear crawl for a time as well. Okay? Let's get set. Again, weight onto the hands, guys, and we'll feel the legs a little bit less. Okay. It will also make the shoulder taps a bit harder, but that's not a bad thing. And relax that, guys. Once you hit your 24, take a wee touch of water on board. Let the heart rates drop down. And we've got one more superset to work. One more superset. And of course, we will finish off with the fun part for the day. Okay? Let's take another 10-15 seconds of rest. And we'll get ourselves set. Of course, interesting things ahead with Improve. Got a yoga session coming up today. Of course, you've got the cocktails with Handsome Phil and nearly as handsome Ross. Maybe we can make that a regular session throughout the year as well, just a cocktail party on a Saturday. Right, guys, we'll get ourselves set up for that last time on those kneels to stand. And it's not until I'm in this position where I realise that these shorts are a lot shorter than I first remembered them to be as well. Right, let's get ourselves in for those kneels to stand. Final time. 6 off one side, 6 off the other. Ready, let's go. And I'll jump up. Six, that's me the halfway mark. I'm just switching. Three more to go. One more. And relax that, guys. Shake out the legs. One more set for me in those bear plank shoulder taps. Right, guys, let's get ourselves set. Final time for me in those bear plank shoulder taps. Final 24. Again, put your weight onto those front hands. Make sure they are doing the work instead of sitting our weight back onto the quads here. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Halfway through. Slow it down if you can. And relax that there. Right, get a wee touch of water. I'm going to pop away these pads. I'm going to talk us through our final bit of work for the day. And then we'll get ourselves kicked off. Get the head down, get it done. So what we're going to do just now, guys, is we're going to work a 10-minute AMRAP. We're going to look for 6 push-ups, 6 squat jumps, 6 flutter kicks off each side. And I'm going to demonstrate you 2 options for how to do that, and then 6 split squats off each side. So 6 push-ups, 6 squat jumps, 6 flutter kicks aside, 6 split squats aside, and we're just working that for 10 minutes, okay? So, push-ups, you don't need to talk us through. You can do them on a bench, I say bench, I know many of you have a bench lying beside your home. A sofa, even against the wall if you're struggling with it. Squat jumps, we know what we're doing. Flutter kicks now. There's 2 ways you can do this, guys. Firstly, how I'm going to do it is I'm going to come into the dead bug position. Hands up in the sky, I'm going to straighten out the leg, and then bring it up. Straighten out the leg, bring it back up. Now for others, they can go out wide, and they can just go 6 controlled flutter kicks with each leg, coming up to 12. So I'm going to start with the dead bug, extending the leg, bringing it back, extending the leg, bringing it back. Because I think that actually gets my abs firing a wee bit more, because I've got more control. But guys who might be a bit more advanced with your ab exercises so you can hit the regular flutter kicks with your legs out straight. Split squats, again, I'll demonstrate it, most of us will know. I'll have one foot behind the other, we'll just go 6, we split squats off one side, and then switch 6, split squats off the other, okay? Right guys, I am going to start our timer in 3, 2, 1, let's go guys, 10 minutes, 6 push-ups to start. I'm going to go at a kind of consistent pace, guys, so if you can keep up with me, you'll get a good bit of work done, but you also might want to jump ahead and go a wee bit further ahead and a wee bit faster. You're looking for as many rounds as you can. I'm going to look for 5 to 6 rounds completed in here. Right, I'm moving on to those flutter kicks. And go hands up to the sky, extend one leg out, bring it in. Extend the leg out, bring it in. Make sure those hands are up high as we do this. So we want to go. And relax. We're up to our split squats now, guys. Up to our split squats. One foot behind the other. Coming down, driving up. Down, driving up. If you want to make this a bit tougher, make it a split squat jump instead. And switch it, guys. 6 off the other. And 6. From there, guys, we're going to go straight back into the push-ups. Straight back into those push-ups. Relax it, bring it up, straight into those squat jumps. Beautiful. 2 minutes down, guys. We're on track to hit that 5. Into the dead bug, extend the leg, bring it, extend the leg, bring it. Hands up high, shoulders up high. And I'm jumping up tall, straight into my squats. One foot behind the other. Then he comes down, drives up. And switch it. It's beautiful. That's 2 sets down, 3 minutes gone. I'm going to get myself set back up into those 6 push-ups. And we'll go into our squat jumps. Keep the height in here, guys. I know it's the finisher, but that doesn't mean we change the quality of every exercise. I'd rather take a little bit more rest in between each set and keep the quality up nice and high. Hands up tall, extend the leg, bring it in. Remember, we can go for the flutter kicks here. Personally, I find I get more abs this way. 2 more off each leg. And relax and bring yourselves up to your split squats, up to your split squats. And relax it, switch over sides, guys. Chest staying up tall. Quad should be pretty fiery, guys. And relax. That's us at 4 minutes 30 seconds, guys. 3 sets down. So we're on track. We can hit 6 sets rather, if we keep up this pace. We'll get ourselves set back up. 6 push-ups. From there, we'll come back up tall. 6 squat jumps. Extra push-up tall. Into abs. Hands up, hands up. One more aside. And we're going to come up into our split squats, And switch. Right, 4 sets done, guys. We're at 6:15, on track to get 6 sets done. Okay, back into our push-ups, guys. Back into push-ups. Bring it up, and then we're into those squat jumps. Back into abs, guys. Make sure those hands are still coming up tall. And back into a split squat. So again, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. And switch over legs, keep the posture tall. And the quads will be burning, guys. We want to push through that. Try and switch off the brain almost. Not go long left. And 6. So that's just under the 8 minutes, guys. 2 more minutes of work. We can definitely get 1 more full round here. Okay, let's get ourselves set back in. 6 push-ups. From there, we're going to go into the 6 squat jumps. Keep the height in the squat jumps. Back into our work. Hands up nice and tall. Extend the leg. Bring it back. Extend the leg. Bring it back. And back into those split squats. 6 aside again. And switch. Right guys, you have 45 seconds. Try and get through as much work as you can. So we're going to go straight in. I'm going to go straight into those squat jumps. into those flutter kicks. Keep that work rate high, guys, not long to go, 10 seconds. Stay on the movement you're at, and just keep on working. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Relax that in, guys. Right, we're going to take a wee touch of rest. If you've got some water close by, get a wee touch of water and let those heart rates drop down. And we'll get a quick wee stretch off and call it a day there, guys. Quite a quality session if you're anything like me, my legs will definitely feel it. By the end of that 10-minute AMRAP, a lot of good work done in there. Good to see a lot of you pushing, good to see a lot of you on camera as well for this morning session. From here, guys, I'm just going to stretch a leg out, cross this, hug it over. I'm going to hug that knee up towards the chin and look in the opposite direction for 5 seconds. 1. And relax it, switch over legs. So I'm going to cross that leg over, hug that knee up towards the chin, turn and face in the opposite direction. And relax it. 1 more stretch, guys. Before we do it though, just remember on True Coach, we have links to a lot more stretches. So if you want to spend a bit more time after this, guys, do a bit more stretching, you have the time, jump on True Coach. Here, we're going to get our knees out, nice and wide, stretch the hands out, try and sink the hips low and get the chest low here. We'll hold it for 5 seconds. And then walk yourself back up tall and relax. Guys, thank you very much for your hard work. Remember, we have our first improved yoga session on later today. And someone we have our cocktail making night, almost with Phil and Ross on Saturday. So hopefully we'll see you then. If not, I will see you Monday for another workout in the morning. Take care, guys. Thank you for your hard work.